everyone, it's Christy here. Happy International Scrapbook Day. Today, myself, Scrappy Sarah or Sarah McClellan, and Tara from Create Like Paper Words are coming together to do a YouTube collaboration. And I just showed you there the things that we are hoping to include in all three of our layouts. So what we did was we came together and thought up a list, 2 items for each person, kind of like what they're well known for. So Sarah is definitely known for her sequin pockets and stitching on layouts. Tara is known for watercolors and white space, and I like to think that I'm known for clusters and labels, or layering and labels. So that's what that list there at the beginning was. So I'm just going through, I'm just starting here with a sequin pocket. I just dug out all my sequins. I don't have any of those like fancy mixes. These are from the dollar store, and then some of them are from swaps that I've participated in, or maybe some sequins that I got in like a kit subscription, but I do not have a lot. So I just kind of went through. I have that yellow strip off to the left there just so I could reference kind of what colors are in the layout. So I picked out some blues and greens and golds and pinks and things. So that, and then I decided that I didn't really have enough sequins to fill the entire pocket, and I was feeling lazy, so I didn't fill the whole thing up. So I just filled up half of it and did a little diagonal with my fuse tool, and then I cut down a triangle to fit the rest of the pocket. And my initial thought at this point was that that's where I would do some watercolor work, but also use it as like journaling and white space, if that makes any sense. I really struggled with this. I love Sarah and Tara's style, and I wanted it to look amazing, and I was just I felt a lot of pressure, I guess. So I really struggled with this layout, but I'm using the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection, and so I just pulled out all my stuff there. Chipboard, stickers, another chipboard sticker sheet. She has 2 chipboard sticker sheets for this collection. I don't know why, but, and then the ephemera. I do not end up using the larger 12 by 12 chipboard at all. I just limit myself to the smaller and thinner embellishments. All right, so I had a filler card there with the blue and white stripes, and I just added the ribbon from the die cut pack and a little tiny word sticker, and I hope to do some stitching on that. So as I'm going along, I'm kind of thinking ahead as to where I'm going to include some stitching, and I do that off camera. So a lot of yellow in this layout. The title card on the left hand side is mostly yellow or yellow background, and then there's that top card there in the top right that's yellow. So I thought that I would just do a quick watercolor of yellow on that white thing, and I just don't like the way it looks, and that glare is atrocious. I'm so sorry about that. I can't figure out my lighting at the moment. I don't know what's going on, so hopefully I'll move it so it's not like blinding you. So I didn't really like the yellow. It just didn't turn out how I wanted it to. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead with some more white space. Let's leave this card white for the most part and do some splatters. So I just splattered a bunch of different colors that were in the title card, and do that. And so then I put them off to the side. I was getting frustrated. So I didn't love the way it looked, and it just wasn't looking right to me. So I just put them off to the side, and I pulled out that flower or floral die cut piece thinking that I would use that. And I do use it eventually in my layout, but not in that space. And then there's a lot of bunnies happening in this layout, so I really love that bunny sticker. And I love this adventure sticker as well with the black. So I do tie in quite a bit of black in this layout, so I put that on there. Again, keeping in mind that I'm going to do some stitching somewhere on that card. And I'm thinking now about alphas and what kind of alphas I want to bring in. So I brought in these gold glittery ones because they reminded me of Sarah. She uses a lot of gold glitter things. So pull those in and it just now says Zoo Adventure. I love the blue in this collection, so I wanted to bring that to this photo just to kind of keep the balance of blue a little bit more. And yeah, so I put that on with the two labels. So far I've covered, um, well, watercolor, I guess, labels, layering, yeah, so sequin pocket. So I'm getting there. So I decide, you know what, I'm going to use this as a journaling card. Let's go with this grid card. So I just pulled this 4x6 card from my stash. It was from Gossamer Blue, but I just trimmed off the design that was already on there. And then cut it for the triangle. And then I want to bring in some more of that deep bluey green to the layout that you can see there on the ribbon. So I just do kind of like the corners, and I really like the way that looks. It looks a lot better to me. It's including the watercolor, but it's not like too over the top, and it's still allowing some white space. And that's where I'm going to do a majority of the journaling for this layout. I just added another label to that top photo and used a little chipboard flag just to layer on top of there. And this side of the layout is pretty much done. Alright, so we're on to this side. There's that yellow floral paper that I'm talking about. That's where I pulled all the colors from. And so I'm just going to kind of repeat this element where I have the two 3x4s and I'm putting them onto a 4x6. I did this recently in another process video and I really liked how it looked. So because this week had a bunch of 3x4s, I decided to do it again. Now my initial plan was to watercolor on that 4x6 card, but I just wasn't feeling the watercolors. So I thought that I needed to bring in more of this color, the green. So I found a pattern piece of paper in the 6x6 pad and adhered those two photos. I'm going to watercolor on this card. So again, I just wanted to bring in some pops of color and still allow space for journaling. So I just added some yellow to the bottom of that, and I really like the way that turned out. I'm going to add a little sticker to that a little bit later. I'm really jumping around. I like to get it done as quickly as possible. And so when I have an idea for something, I just move on to that card or photo. And so in this photo, I saw that there was lots of like kind of negative space where that bush was. So I added two labels there. And then moving on to the Instax, when I was looking for a tiny word sticker for that 4x6 card, I found this tiny word sticker that says "You are my everything," and so I decided to use that on the Instax, and then I pull in the floral die cut. And then, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a bunch of photos of bunnies, and so I bring in that bunny sticker, which has a pop of black, which I really like, and kind of plays off of the black sticker that I used on the opposite side of the layout. And I was going to write the word bunny, it just didn't fit, so instead I write the word park. We went to this park quite close to us, in a neighboring community, and they had these little bunny statues, so we went and took some photos with them just kind of for fun, and because it was close to Easter, and we had kind of a little impromptu Easter egg hunt, so I decided to use the bunny, and he's super cute. So Bunny Park, essentially. The sticker is bunny and then the word park. Then I found this sticker here that says, I can't even remember it. This is how I always dreamed my life would be, something to that effect. And so I put it on that photo. I just kind of rearranged the labels a little bit. That photo up at the top is kind of interesting because we went to the zoo. My husband and I were actually married at the Calgary Zoo. It was really cool. We got some really awesome photographs. But We went to the zoo this week with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law actually suggested taking a photo in front of the building where we got married. So there's a group photo, and I just did some journaling about how much our life has changed in those 7 years. So, all right. I'm now on to the title card, and I actually really love how this turned out. I just went through the ephemera pack and picked out all the things. I was kind of channeling Sarah in this, in the making of this title card. So I just layered up a bunch of things, tried to get all the colors represented in the pieces of ephemera that I chose, and just threw them on there. I mean, it's just that easy. And then I'm going to do some stitching throughout through that camera die cut piece. And I'm just bringing in a few more of the chipboard stickers. Again, just representing a bunch of the colors. And I'm just referring to my phone. I use the Collect app to keep track of my dates and photos and things. So this is for April 3rd to the 9th, and I was going to have it off to the left, but I feel like a lot of my title cards are kind of structured that way lately, so I wanted to switch it up a bit, and so I place it at the bottom. And then I would usually add like a hyphen or an asterisk or something in between the numbers, but they really didn't have anything like that on this sticker sheet. So I went with this bow sticker, and then it kind of just looked a little bit unfinished. So I cut down a part of the letter Z to act as the hyphen. And then I just went off camera and did my stitching. So I'm just kind of showing you which cards I did the stitching on. So some of them is at the bottom of the photo, like along the length of that. Some of it is through a die cut piece or that sort of thing. So did quite a bit of stitching, I think, on six of the cards. So I was pretty happy with that, but I really struggled. All right, so now I'm just kind of going through. I love the pops of black, and so I want to add some more. And so I found this chipboard piece that said happy, and I thought that really finished off the title card. I added a black and white striped heart to that photo of the girls with the bunnies, and then I found this heart sticker, and I just layered it on top of the heart that was already there. Again, I really just liked that pop of black. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the description box, click on the links for the other two ladies' process videos, and subscribe to their channel while you're at it. Thank you so much again. Bye!